We did it. We are finally here. Week 1, Titans, Broncos, game preview. Jimmy, let's go. Start us up.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to The Sick Podcast. Talking Titans.
With the first pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Cameron Ward, quarterback, Miami.
The sickest Tennessee Titans podcast. Sick! It's gonna be sick.
Welcome, one and all, to another edition of the Sick Podcast, Talking Titans. Before we get into our good friends at DraftKings, I gotta ask Jarett, how you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. I'm jacked up. I'm ready for Sunday. I can't wait for this to take off finally.
Absolutely. We got a ton to get into, and we're not going to waste a second. But first, as I mentioned before, special shout out to our friends over at DraftKings. So game on. Week 1 starts now, and every touchdown brings you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. This isn't just football. It's first touchdown fireworks, anytime touchdown rushes, and live bets that ride every momentum shift. At DraftKings, every play is your next shot to win. New customers, this one is for you. Bet just $5 to get $300 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, grab over $200 of NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube and YouTube.
That's huge.
TV. That is huge. The season starts now. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code 6sports. That is code 6sports to get $300 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first bet of $5 or more. Plus, again, over $200 off your NFL Sunday ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. I mean, they're really putting their best foot forward to get anybody not in the DraftKings universe in there now. So make sure you take advantage of all of that. In partnership with DraftKings, as always, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, fees may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday ticket/terms. Limited time offer.
All right.
With that being said, Sal, since DraftKings is our partner, let's make some people some money this weekend, huh? I'm going to throw up my first parlay of the year. It's a 14 parlay. Go ahead, Jimmy, send that thing up, and we're going to talk about these games real quick. Obviously, you see the Titans plus 8.5. I love it. I don't even care about the altitude being 5,200 feet in the air and that Broncos defense that we'll get into. I think 8.5 points with Brian Callahan and Cam Ward. I think it's way too much. So I'm taking our Titans plus 8.5. The Cardinals, I think they're going to New Orleans and they stomp Spencer Rattler. I am not afraid of Spencer Rattler at all. So I'm taking Arizona there. And I think the Pittsburgh Steelers -3. I think they cover no problem. I think it's an Aaron Rodgers revenge game. I am not afraid of the New York Jets led by Justin Fields at all in week 1 until they prove me wrong. So I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers -3. And the Giants, listen, I think Russell Wilson and that defense is going to be pretty tough against the Commanders. I mean, the Commanders had a great season last year, but +6 with the Giants, I think they hang into the game, but they may lose, but I'm taking them +6. So $50 plus 846 lands you 473. I'm all over that.
I want to know how you were able to get the 6 points.
No, we got it. I got it.
No, I'm saying I according to
no, you got it.
Okay, I got it. All right. Juliana said I couldn't have. I had to get 3. I couldn't have the 6. But either way, I was taking the Giants even with only 3. But anyway, love the slip here. I can't take the bait week 1 and throw Tennessee in there as much as I want them, as much as I told everyone at work. It's a lock. I know, but, I did it a little differently. So, Jimmy, if you want to throw mine up there, I'll give a little breakdown on where we're headed here. A lot of similarities here a little bit. But I'm going with a 3-team, still getting +6 Bills, which is insane. First off, Dallas +8.5. I mean, Dallas obviously took a blow losing their best defensive player, but we're acting like the Dallas Cowboys don't have an offense capable of competing with anybody. I don't think that's the case. Giving them over a touchdown, even on the road against the Eagles, all day, twice on a Sunday. Buffalo Bills basically a pick 'em Sunday night. Allen Jackson in Buffalo. I don't know how you don't take Josh Allen over Lamar Jackson at home. I'm going Buffalo -1.5. And last but not least, like you, I love the Giants. Every time I bet the Giants or Jets, I get fucked. But I just can't look away from this team getting 6 points. Excuse me. Giants defense might very well be top 5 in the entire league. This is the best quarterback they've had in a decade. Not saying much, but by default, they're going to be better because Russell Wilson's better than anything they've had. Neighbor's second year, you got everything in play. The excitement with Dart. I'm all in on the Giants +6 too. And just a side note, the Jet game, I believe it's the Jet game, has an over-under of under 40. I think it's like a 38.5. If I had time, I would have thrown the over in on that.
I'll check that live right now for you.
Rule of thumb for me, any over-under under 40, you put your life on the line on the over there. It's just a rule of habit.
It is over-under of 38.5.
38.5. Put your life, your life that you're able to live without on the over in that game. I don't know how they don't score more than 40 points, but that's my list there. And hopefully we start the week off, the season off right. That's the goal. You can't go undefeated until you win your first week 5-0 or 3-0 in my instance. So
I went 2-3 in college this weekend, so I was pretty good week 1 of college. So I lost on the knee down in Iowa State. Yes, that was week 0 too, but I lost on that one. But that was my first 3 bets. But leading into it now, we're going to do something a little different. We didn't break down the season schedule like we did in last year's show.
No, we didn't.
Wins, losses. We just ran through the schedule, just looking at it.
Yeah.
Now, going into the before the season, we're going to do a little something different where we're going to tell you our season predictions for the Tennessee Titans this year. So going into this year, I said ceiling was 7 and floor is 10. I'm so optimistic. I'm going the ceiling. I think the Titans are going to go 10-7, whether they're fighting for the division towards the end of the season or that last wild card spot. I think this team around Cam Ward, I think is going to gravitate to another level that we haven't seen in a long time now at the quarterback position. So I think he's going to take us to a place this year where, and a lot of people are picking us to go far, even in the division or even make the playoffs. So that's why I think they're going to hit their cap at 10 wins. So that's where I'm 10-7.
If the Titans won 10 games this year, I really be one of the happiest humans on the planet, man. That would be amazing. And honestly, I wanted to go for the double digit. But again, as I've said on this show as of late, almost every week, I can't continue to get snake bitten. Everything I want to believe never comes true. Every little glimpse of hope turns out to be just another nightmare. So I'm trying to undersell and hopefully the Titans over-deliver. I'm going 9-7. If you want to throw that graphic up one more time, Jim. 9-8. I'm sorry, 9-8. What it boils down to for me is I think we're gonna, obviously equate every victory to Cam Ward because he's the shining glimmer of hope that we have right now. And if there's any success coming from this team, you would have to assume he's going to be at the helm for all those wins. But the reason why I can't see us getting over anything more than 9 wins, even with him being great, is there's still so many outliers that are really, I think, going to have an unfortunate impact on this team. I still think Brian Callahan is not where he needs to be as a play caller. I think he's going to have to continue to grow and get better. And I still think no matter how good Cam can be, he's going to unfortunately put him behind the 8 ball at times. And hopefully he can outperform that. And again, the defense is a coin flip like it is every year. So, those two things, even Cam being rookie of the year worthy, is going to put us in a situation where we're always struggling to win games. But if the stars align, this team, the sky's the limit. You know what I mean? The Commanders were a joke the day before Jaden Daniels arrived. And now, in less than 1 year, they are considered an NFC contender and every bit a contender. So we know all it takes is a star quarterback to not just change the outcome of your season, but to make you someone everyone talks about and fears. And we got to hope Cam is that guy, and then everything will change. And then we'll be more confident giving us double-digit wins on our season predictions every year. But I'm still so nervous.
Listen, me too, man. I mean, I get my chops broken all the time with, you always say the Titans are going to win double-digit games, blah, blah, blah. But I just feel like Cam Ward and his aura right now. I didn't want to pick him at 8. I didn't want to pick him at 9, even though I think we're right there between the 7 and the 10. They're going to fall right in that range right there. And, that's okay if we don't make the playoffs or anything this year, but we show promising and we keep building for next year. But speaking of Cam Ward, let's show his season stats. I think I had a little something different with we're actually very similar to this, by the way, because when you sent it in the chat and then I saw it without even telling each other, this was eerily similar. So we predicted Cam Ward's season stats for the year, and I had him at 3,800 yards, God. 25 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. I think he's just going to come in, kind of have a little bit of a Bo Nix type of year, a little bit, just rallying the troops. Like I said, he does have weapons now, and he actually has a brain, unlike Will Levis and the other quarterbacks that we had. So that's why I think he's going to come in. He's going to throw the hell out of the ball, and we're going to see some touchdowns in the air this year.
By the way, I just want to confirm, the Titans still haven't had a quarterback to ever throw for 4K, right?
I think, well, the Titans, no. Warren Moon did.
Well, that's what I mean. Titans, no. Yeah. So, wait, what was the difference?
It was your touchdowns and interceptions. So
we had the same yards?
Same exact yards, that's what I said, eerily crazy. And I had 25 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. And what do you got? Go ahead, Jimmy, flip it. You got 28 and 13.
Yeah, I'll take either.
Yeah.
This is the one part of this today that when I sent it in, I just kind of had a smirk because I'm like, just based off of what we've had offensively over the past 3 years now, to assume that a rookie's going to come in and throw damn near 4K and 25 touchdowns and less than half the interceptions, it's going back to me maybe thinking biting more than I can chew. But again, if you believe in Cam Ward, which we have to as fans, there's no reason to think that's not a possibility. And he's obviously capable of that from what we saw him do in Miami. So, yeah, I'm all in there. 4,000 yards would be something special.
It would be.
I don't even think Jaden threw for 4K last year, but he ran for like.
At least we build to it, man.
Yeah. Do you know Jaden Daniels ran for almost like 1,000 yards? I didn't even realize that. He ran for like 890 yards. That's an insane stat. Well, also throwing like 3,700 yards. So if we can be anything like that, we're going to be quite all right. And we have the weapons, I think. We have the weapons, I think, to get there. And we don't have this on the schedule today for topics to talk about, but real briefly, like this Io Manor situation is promising. Him getting that solid, solidified, on the field first offensive possession type deal. Yeah, this kid might be something we're looking for, because don't forget, DK was picked before him.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone said right after the draft, like, how did this guy fall so far? And now he's in it. He's in the thick of things. So
Stanford, and he didn't have a competent quarterback apparently. So everyone ratted him off a little bit, and we hopefully found our gem in that draft with Io Manor. So I'm excited what he does on the field this year to bring another dynamic to the outside of the receiver.
Absolutely. So yeah, we touched on our hopeful record and a little bit of Cam Ward as far as what we're going to see from him this season.
And now we jump right into the breakdown of week 1. We've been waiting for this all summer. We've been waiting how many months? 9 months for this? Even longer than that since last year.
We've been waiting a lifetime, I think, for this.
Way too long for this, for the first breakdown of the year.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll start us off, Jarett. Do us the
all right. So obviously going into it, not the predictions yet. We'll save the predictions for after the breakdown, but just going into it, obviously Denver had a great year last year. Bo Nix threw for 3,700 yards and 29 touchdowns. I mean, ridiculous kind of rookie year. How poised he was, with that Denver offense. But the storyline really is the Denver defense. They led the league with 63 sacks. They got Patrick Surtain obviously back. they had the number 3. I'm sorry, I'm reading right now with the notes I had. The number 3 scoring defense in the league last year, allowing 18 points per game, and the number 1 defensive EPA. So I mean, that defense is kind of stacked. They have Greenlaw. I know they have that 49ers safety that they brought over there. I forgot his name, Hoffa, whatever. He's I know he brings in dynamic. You also have Patrick Surtain. So our wide receivers are gonna be in some trouble if they can't get open. You got to definitely motion Calvin Ridley, get him in the one-on-ones, and I think we're going to run the ball obviously efficiently. And Cam Ward's got to roll out into the pocket because they're going to be coming. A rookie quarterback with Sean Payton, that he's going to be bringing the house. So as long as we can game plan and adjust. Another thing, Bill Callahan did coach with Sean Payton, so he knows his tendencies. Mm-hmm. So hopefully that helps a lot. But I'm not really too. I mean, people are saying, "Oh, Bo Nix, whatever." I'm really not that worried about the Denver Broncos offense just yet. Let's talk about it. You're going to have your say. They have J.K. Dobbins and they have R.J. Harvey. Okay, J.K. Dobbins is a back that he can go, but he's been hurt a lot. So I mean, we ding him up early on, and we lock Snead is Snead, and Bradley Jr. is good, and they lock down Sutton and Marvin Mims and Troy Franklin, and who knows, Kevin Winston comes in and he plays a monster role, or Xavier Woods shuts down Evan Ingram, because we're very familiar with him with the Jaguar days. We play a solid defense. I think we're going to be in this game. And like I said, my prediction is going to show it later on. So I think the 8.5 is way too much. The only thing, we have fighting against us right now is, like I said, protecting the quarterback with the 63 sacks that they allowed last year and the altitude at 5,200 feet.
Yeah. I mean, that altitude is definitely going to, no matter what, there's going to be issues with the Titans being up there in the thin air. It is for everybody. So they're going to have to weather the storm there the best they can. But at the end of the day, I think this game's going to come down to a turnover battle. I think whoever steps up defensively, obviously, the Broncos have an advantage. On paper, they have a better defense, probably relatively soundly. But there's some high ceiling opportunities on this defense that if they start heading towards that ceiling, that's going to change everything. As you mentioned, Winston, as we've always mentioned, Oladipo, if he's the real deal on the edge, we see him impacting the game. That's going to help. Is Jeff going to be on the edge? You would assume a little bit. Is Sweat going to take a step forward? Is Sweat going to be more impactful in the pass rush? Not just run stopping. So there's going to be a lot of things that have to go our way if we're going to want to be in this game. But if this team's prepared, if they're taking the next step, if they're turning the leaf, we're going to be pleasantly surprised with what you see on the field Sunday. Everyone and their mother is going to be writing on their phone, same shit, different day. If this team is flat, if this team goes 3 and out, if this team lets big 3rd and long conversions on defense, if this is a new team, if everything you hear in all these videos they post about how the vibes are different, the aura is different, Cody Barton, not for nothing, the Titans media is treating Cody Barton like he's the second coming of Ray Lewis. But, the way he's teaching people and all the mic time he's getting, I hope he's great.
I mean, he's got a lot of insight. So if he's spoiling everybody with the defense and what they like to do, that's just going to help Cam Ward. And if Cam Ward's picking his brain for week 1, that just helps us out.
Yeah, but like I was saying, if things are different now, we're going to see a different product that we're not used to seeing, and time's going to tell. They're getting they're going to get a great test here, week 1, a team that's going to be in the mix in the playoffs in the AFC. So hopefully more coins fall our way than the other way, and then we'll see. We'll see what we get. I don't think there's any universe where we're blowing the doors off the Broncos. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see a similar situation of Mariota's first game against Tampa when he went head-to-head against Winston and didn't throw for a ton of yards, but we won that game. There was never a doubt. That was one of the most fun times I've ever had watching a game with my dad because everything was just perfect. He threw a little bit, but every throw was a big play.
Was right there. It was a big play.
Yeah, we had turnovers. It was just everything was going well, and would love to have a similar situation. But this is a much different team than the Jameis Winston led Bucs. So we'll see how things shape up. But I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
I mean, we didn't talk about this in what we wanted to talk about, but I know sometimes me and you we just ad hoc and we just go. But it's just coming to me now how we can attack the Denver defense. And like I said, well, there's a lot of guys outside, and obviously over the top of the safeties. If our wide receivers do have problems getting open, obviously, like I said, you got to motion Calvin Ridley, get him in space. But could this be a game where Gunnar Helm or Chig it's their coming out party, and it's the safety net, and Cam Ward just gonna ride them, first down after first down, and then boom, that one big play will pop. Who knows? But I mean, we've been searching for that Chig game. We've been searching, not yet, for Gunnar Helm, and we want to see what he's capable of doing. But I wouldn't think I don't even know how to say it, but what I'm trying to get to is wouldn't be surprised if Gunnar Helm or any one of those have a real good game, and if you sprinkle a little Gunnar Helm anytime touchdown right there in the red zone, I might be doing that. Yeah,
that's probably plus 2,000. I would.
No,
assume.
I don't think that much.
No,
but
not that
you know
much.
what I was getting at. But
yeah,
I just needed to say that. Don't be surprised that one of those two have a big game.
Yeah.
I'll
tell you what, one thing that I guarantee you the Denver Broncos don't have in the game plan of what they're trying to key on defensively is Titans tight ends in the middle of the field. That's definitely not something that's at the top of their list when they're trying to set up a game plan defensively. So to your point, if, Cam Ward can get a connection going with Chig and Helm early, then, maybe that changes things up. You're going to have to confuse Sean Payton somehow, some way, if you want to win this game on the road and the altitude and everything. That play, the Broncos have no problems filling their stadium with orange. We know that. Place is going to be packed to the gill. No blue in that bitch at all. And you're going to have to confuse the Broncos in some way in order to be able to compete with them. Sean Payton is one of the best coaches in the league. They're going to be prepared. They're going to be playing sound football. They're not going to be making self-inflicted wounds. So you need to figure something out to confuse them in order to get the ball to pay dirt. And getting the tight ends involved early, again, to your point, would be a very smart thing to do. And if Helm is Helm, if he's the guy we think he is, and he has those lockdown hands, then they should be taking their shots to him. Every chance they get. Every year, this league is becoming more and more tight end friendly. Mm-hmm. You see all these tight ends emerging in the league.
Brock Bowers, Laporta,
McBride. So many. And hopefully we have that guy to add to that list of those names.
Yeah, seriously. What I also like to get into is what else did we want to? Oh, we got to go into score predictions. That's what we wanted to do. Score predictions. So I think this game is going to be close. And I think the Titans are going to actually pull it away. Like I said, I'm taking the plus 8.5. Jimmy, you can throw that graphic up. I think the Titans kick a field goal late to win the game. I think Sly's going to, we come in, Cam Ward comes in 24-23. Hey, Florida State was down. What were they? 14.5-point underdogs against Alabama this past weekend. I'm a Florida State fan, and we kicked the shit out of Alabama. So I don't see any. I think the tide is high right now for me right now with all my teams. So that's why I'm picking the Titans 24-23.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that. Just on a side note, this must have been one hell of a weekend for you, man. Watching the Seminoles take down the Crimson Tide. Was that game in Florida State?
Yeah, it was at Florida State. Yep.
Yeah,
they stormed the field and everything. It was crazy.
What was the spread on that game?
14.5.
14.5. Wow, That's amazing. Yeah, we can only dream to have a similar situation. So you're already living large after that. But you would think after what you're seeing here, you would put your fucking life savings on Tennessee plus 8.5. I don't know if I would do that because this team's obviously royally fucked us countless times. And they are probably historically one of the worst teams against the spread in the NFL's history over the past at least 5 years. But with that being said, I'm never taking them to lose. So, we're going to see. I think it's going to be a tough battle. I see more than 40 points scored. I see both teams figuring a way to get in the end zone, at least some amount. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I can never root against them.
Last week's game, week 1 game against the Bears.
Yeah,
I mean, we went in there and we were surprised at how hot we came. We
First
started,
half.
and then it fizzled out a little bit with the defense. But we technically should have won that game if it wasn't for errant plays by the quarterback. So I mean, if we don't have those plays, we could be starting against the Jets. We could be 2-0 starting last year, and who knows, we can be doing the same this year. So that's why I'm hopeful now that we have that quarterback that's not going to make those stupid errant throws and cause turnovers, over everything. So I'm confident so far. So we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy to think now, looking back, like Will Evans doesn't make those two.
Oh my God.
Low light Hall of Fame plays where he tosses the ball to the other team. Back-to-back weeks to start the season.
It's a meme. The whole goddamn whole season last year.
I probably have a different player on my back right now, and I'll show it to you before we leave. But it's crazy how things happen. The amount of stars that had to align to get this player to this team to start this season is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
The blunders by our quarterback, like I mentioned, the teams that had to win, the Joe Milton performance against the Bills, which will just be one we will never forget. It's here. It's week 1. It's here. Cam Ward, Bo Nix, Mile High City. Only one team's going to start the season 1-0. And boy, oh boy, would it be a very, very delightful flight to Nashville.
Next
we
week.
Are starting the season 1-0, man. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because damn well in the very, 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 very back of our minds, we're expecting to go to the airport 0-1. I mean, it's just the way it is. It's the same fucking shit with us, no matter what.
They got to give us a reason. They got to give us a reason.
Mm-hmm. Sunday's that reason. We'll see. So we're there. Let's get right into our last and most favorite segment of the week. Our guess this Titan. I think I'm on a fucking 3-week losing streak.
I think I may give you something this week. I hope so. I was trying to give you somebody else, but I couldn't find a good picture of the other person, so I had to pivot and go somewhere else. So
yeah, assuming Jimmy has the picture because I sent it to AC. Hopefully,
this is my picture.
Oh well, that's awkward.
No way,
bro. If Cam Ward doesn't throw for 3,800 fucking yards.
Oh, my God, and 25 touchdowns. That's ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, me and Sal picked Justin Gage. At the same show, that's insane. We picked the same yardage.
What are the odds of that?
I don't know. That's fucking wild. That's crazy.
Like I'm looking,
and that's even funnier. That's even funnier that they didn't even say anything to us. They just said, we're going to roll with this.
Yeah, we're just going to roll with it.
That is funny.
I'm saying, I hope AC sent it to Jimmy. And then I'm like, wait. Yeah, that's it. That's the picture.
That is funny, man. Justin Gage, I think he had like 11 touchdowns for us in 4 years. He was pivotal for that 2008. That 2018 with
solid role player.
Yeah, solid.
Much better in Madden than he was in real life. But Justin Gage, Hall of Fame name. Couldn't dream to have a name as clever as Justin Gage. But yeah, that's sick. Make sure. Shout out Justin Gage. We might have to try to. Love to see what he's doing. Let's see if we can get him on the show.
That's crazy, man. That's funny.
Yeah, that is funny. But guys, it's here. We're 30 minutes in. It felt like 30 seconds. Week 1 has arrived. Obviously, we will be live after the game to share our initial thoughts on what we saw. We hope to see every single one of you at that live. But please, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, the whole 9. We want to be able to provide you with the best content for the Tennessee Titans that this World Wide Web has to provide, and all your help is obviously necessary. We finally reached 2,000 subscribers, so round of applause for that. Took longer than it needed to.
Unsubscribe, resubscribe. Unsubscribe, resubscribe. Keep going.
That's it. Now we're on our way to 3,000, and we'll be able to hopefully show a clip like this when we're at 300, 400. And the Titans become a powerhouse in the NFL where everyone wants to know about the topics of discussion when it comes to Tennessee. And we want to be the first stop. So with that being said, we're ready to rock and roll. Is there anything I'm missing here, Ted? I don't think there's anything.
No, join us for our first live post-game show on Sunday. So right after the game, we're going to come live. We're going to break everything down. and hopefully it'll be a good one. Our first W of the year, and we'll talk about, and we'll be happy on Sunday.
Yeah, and let's remind everyone again about our endeavors for week 2. I don't know if Jimmy has the graphic ready, but if Jimmy does, please show it. If not, no big deal. We're going to be at the DraftKings social for pre home opener party, which will be Saturday the
13th.
Saturday 13th, yes.
Saturday 13th, 7 p.m. We'll be doing a live podcast with Teron Davenport over there. Jersey giveaway, merch gives away. There's going to be so much more meet and greets. Obviously, Super Titan fans are going to be there, so we already got responses for them. Obviously, us two Titan Super fans are going to be there as well. So it was a great night last year. And like I said, we're going to make it even better this year. So come out and support us, have a drink, eat, hang out, and listen to us live with Teron Davenport.
Yes. We want to see many, many more of you there this year than last year. We had a bunch of fun people show up, but we want to double that, triple that. We want to be able to get more people in there. And once again, just engaged. Listen, there it is. There it is. DraftKings Sports Social, Saturday 13th, 7 p.m. Live podcast filming. We'll have a little bit of time for autographs. We know there's a lot of people looking for that. We'll set aside at least 30 minutes for that. No, I'm just kidding. But without further ado, guys, we're going to head out. Make sure to check us out. We'll be doing our next show will be our home opener review. We'll have plenty to touch on there. But hope everyone has a great rest of your week. Hopefully you're able to get some sleep because Sunday we will enter. Can you see it, Jarrett?
That's it, baby. Welcome to the psych ward.
Let's go. Jimmy, send us out. Tighten up.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast Talking Titans on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.